Hi guys, how are you doing? Hi guys, how are you doing? I'm not gonna waste much of your time. I haven't gotten my card back, and I'm going to continue with the public complaints. There's a certain level of professionalism and service I expect from a public service provider, and if I am not getting that, I will complain. The rest of you can continue tolerating whatever it is you're tolerating. You tolerate the traffic, you tolerate the fact that things are not quite safe like they are in other parts of the world. You tolerate everything because that's you. Unfortunately, that's not me. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm not going to take it. Why should I go to an ATM machine and then my card gets seized and then I just go back there the next day and get a new card or go and burn fuel, burn my daylight hours? I'm a very busy person. I don't know about you. You might find it convenient to leave work and go and pick a card. Uh, this is not an appointment. This is me just going to waste 2 to 3 hours of my time going down to First Bank on Adetokunbo Ademola to get my card. I will not stand with that. It's not until Shore comes out and says, hey, let's that you realize that there's a problem. If you don't talk about the little problems, when you start talking about the big problems, you look like you're exaggerating. We have a, this is not the first time my ATM. Hi guys, can you hear me? Is it clear now? This is not the first time that my ATM will get trapped by a bank machine. Can you guys hear me on Facebook? I want to make sure you're all hearing me. And if I do not say something about it, you could be next. And when it is your turn, you don't have a platform, you cannot talk, you're just going to endure the crap. What if I didn't have? Let me tell you how my day went. I had a series of meetings. I rushed out of the house around 2 o'clock. Before then, I was working from home. Rushed into two very stressful meetings. Then I actually snuck out of one meeting to go and attend another meeting. Then going home, I decided to stop over and get some groceries. Sorry, not going home, going to Cool FM to work. I stopped over at Grand Square, got some groceries, and I now realize that I didn't have any money, as in any cash on me, and I'd be using the toll gate. So I just wanted to go and collect like 2K. I walked into First Bank. The next thing, the machine just gave me one funny error code, and boom. Now sent somebody to call the security guard because I didn't want my card popping out while I wasn't there. And the security guard said, that's what he said. It means you come back tomorrow. It means I come back tomorrow. No apology from you. Where did they get you from? What tree did you fall from? Did you just sprout out of the ground like a weed, and then you're here now telling people, just come back tomorrow, like you're going to send me a limousine to pick me up from my car with from my house with a chauffeur and bring me to your bank and pay me for my inconvenience. I just have to come tomorrow because your machine didn't work. I have. Dude, I don't have to do anything. You know why I'm so happy? I have a transaction I made with that same card about 5 minutes before from Grand Square. The receipt is here. I had the alert on my bank. They can get the statement from my bank, so I'm not just chatting because I want to chat. And if the lot of you choose to say, okay, we're just going to tolerate it like that, I hope you are happy with the outcome of how everything else works around you. I'm not. At least I deserved an apology. At least I deserve, okay, sir, let's get your number. Let's call you. We'll get somebody to call you to let you know when the card will be ready. Or we can have a dispatch send the card. It should be their cost, not mine. And listen, I want to go to Instablog and read you the kind of stories, the kind of comments you see there. And then these same people come out tomorrow crying that they won a revolution. Let's just go to Instablog. The story is there. Instablog picked it from my page. Just read the comments. And then you realize that Nigeria does not deserve anything better than what they get. And I say this without any prejudice. Anybody that is angry should be angry. Let's read. Well, I'm going to read 20 comments, and from those 20 random comments in a line, and from those we're going to make up our minds, and we're going to profile the way the population thinks. This is one of Nigeria's premier bankings, and customer service is like this. I should go home and come back because I was stupid enough to step into your bank. I opened my eyes. I saw Zenith Bank across the street, but I just felt this First Bank is closer. Let me go there. And for that 1 minute that I thought I was saving by going into First Bank, I'm dealing with all this BS. So the story is there. It's right there on Instablog. It's the third story. And it says that Freeze calls out First Bank over his ATM card. Somebody says, I'm not their manager now. You think everything to you is a joke. Just listen. The next person said, Daddy, please just go home. You have done experience be that. Someone said, y'all won't understand until you are stranded and want to withdraw money from a nearby ATM and this rubbish happens to you. Somebody said, knowing Freeze, he did that video 1% because of his card and 99% because of his attention. If that security guard could get me my card, I would not do any video. What am I doing? Do you think I'm happy calling out a bank? The next person, Oga, your wahala is getting too much. Go home and stop searching for problem where there is not. And 300 people liked that. I'm searching for problem where there is not. You deserve whatever it is that you get. You deserve 100 times over. The next person, wait, now only one ATM you they use, Uncle Freeze. I have one Egbon. You know, when you say somebody's your Egbon, he's the kind of person you will run to when, Egbon, I need 1 million, just borrow me 1 million. He's one of the people that I know that if he doesn't give me the 1 million, he'll give me 500K. Do you know he does not do transfer? And he has only one ATM. If you need money from him on a Saturday, the best he can do for you is go and withdraw 100K with that ATM. And he will not give you the whole 100K because he might need to hold some money. So he'll give you 80K and then come and collect another 80K the next day. And this is a chairman. He said he just doesn't operate internet banking for whatever reason. So what if that's the only ATM I had? There were times when I had just one ATM. There was a time when Taste Buds lost her ATM and I gave her my second ATM. So I had only one ATM. And like that, my ATM gets trapped in a machine. Now, this is the same country where we're pushing for internet banking. Cashless banking. You think if my cash was in my pocket that I had withdrawn the day before, I'll be running to go and use ATM? You people want us to have a cashless society. Not because you care about us, but because of your own whatever it is. I'm not going to go into that. Listen to what somebody says. Oga, calm down, Joe. You just called it a machine. It's normal for a machine to develop fault at any time. Any small thing go wrong come social media. I don't really have a problem with the machine. Is that security guard that they put there, that they could not even teach the courtesy of relate. You see, let me tell you something here. Do you realize that anybody that wears the t-shirt of your company is representing you? So if somebody wears the t-shirt of your company and carries a lady from Allen Avenue or San Francisco and doesn't pay her, and the lady is beating him with your company, you know your company is being represented where it is not supposed to be. Let alone you hire a security guard who just comes there to work to collect his 30,000 naira, not hoping to benefit or better himself in any other way. Tells you come back. When are we Nigerians actually going to learn how to talk? Let's start with that. Hello, good evening, sir. How are you doing? What's the problem here? Oh, your ATM got trapped. You know what? Please, can I have your number? I'll have somebody call you from the front desk and we'll have this sorted out. Even if at the end of the day you still have to go to the bank, let them treat you, calm you down, because they're messing with your time. Now, the second ATM I had with me had just 10K. My car collects more than 10K fuel. I'm supposed to fill my tank. All of a sudden, I can't fill my tank. I hadn't eaten all day. I was supposed to rush down to KFC and grab a bite. What if I didn't have that card? So it is not about your machine hooking it's about how much I had to go through because your machine hooked my card or ate my card or swallowed my card or whatever the nonsense that happened, and I have to suffer for it. No apology, no sorry for the inconveniences. Listen, if you're booked to fly with British Airways and for one reason or the other the plane doesn't take off, they will put you in a hotel because they will not expect you to go home and come back tomorrow on your own bill. When is Nigeria going to get to that level of customer service? It will cost them 1.5 to send my card with a bike tomorrow. Taste Buds does deliveries from Lekki. Somebody was saying that the freeze lives in Ibeju Lekki. Those of you that know where I live, you know I don't live in any Ibeju Lekki. I live in proper Lekki. I'll not tell you my street, so you not come and beg me for money like you do half the time. Like one gentleman said his family member needed money and he begged me for money. Okay, you begged me for money. I told you that I didn't have the money. It's not small money, 200,000 naira. You asked me for this money. I want to ask you, did anybody save money in my hand? Does the government support me? I don't collect tithe, I don't collect offering. Where do you want me to see 200K to borrow you on short notice? And I now tell you I don't have, I now become your enemy. I now said, okay, you know what? Let me try to raise this money for you from the church. I even gave him the option that we will not put your name, we'll use a decoy name. But all I need to do is run it by high-ranking Free Nation members, get their approval, and we'll come and we'll do it. And we know that it's not, but we know it is one of us. Then all of a sudden now that if he's a bad person, then you are saying that because I said I was going, come on, guys. Then he says that he now has to go and take from his savings. Oh, you had savings. You said your child is sick or your person is sick. You had savings. And then you want me to go and look for the money for you. What are you saving the money for? Let's ask ourselves questions. Let's not be hard on one another. Let's show one another love. It is not my duty to give any, and let me tell you, I'm winding down the charities to the point where we'll just be doing taste buds feeding. What my eye has seen inside this, I want to help people, I want to help people, I want to help people. Trust me, the last In the last 1 month, you call me, you want to help me. Sorry, I cannot help you. Standard is standard. My heart does not pain me. I have no conscience about it. We've helped people who came like they were dying, and then all of a sudden they just change house. The person who needs the money does not get. They buy DSTV, they buy new TV, they start buying pizzas and chilling. You see people come to church every Sunday until you give them that money they're looking for. Then now you go, they use phone, they find them to ask them whether they've done the operation they collected the money from. There's one guy we gave money for operation. Up till now, we are calling the guy. How far with the operation? We has not found the doctor. You did not find the doctor, but you had the amount you needed for the. Don't worry. Atunwa Loruko, you will come back again. So anyway, that's by the way. I don't have any time to hate anyone, or the problem is, if I have, I'll give. If I don't have, and by have, you know what have means? It means I'm taking care of my family. Because I don't see how fair it is for you to save money. I have savings. Then me, I don't have savings because I've given my own savings to you that has savings to take care of your own family. And what are you now saving the savings for? We'll follow our self talk now. You had to go and touch your savings. So whose savings were you expecting me to touch? My mother's savings. Ever me that sorrow none to your own. So that's by the way. Listen, as long as you people keep sitting down, as long as you people keep accepting bad service, my problem is not the fact that a machine failed. My problem is a customer service problem that Nigeria is renowned for. You walk into a shop and they look at you, yes. Let me give you a perfect example. I walked into one of those fast foods. That time, I'm talking about 10 years ago, thereabouts. And it didn't pain me so much, I've never forgotten it. I said, can I have a hot dog? That time, hot dog was 250 naira. So I just walked in, gave them 1,000 naira, and said, give me 4 hot dogs. The girl looked at me like this. Hot dog is 350. I look up at all those eateries they have. It was 250 there. I said, but it's 250 here. They forgot to change it. They will change it. It's 350, Oga. Oh God. I wish there was social media. Then and there, I'll have just taken a picture. Auntie, how much did you say your... I am in so and so eatery. Their machine says 250, whereas they are selling it for 300 naira. Do you know how much trouble they'll get into? Do you know how much trouble they'll get into? Chica, you don't miss plenty of the gist. I don't gist things. Do you know how much trouble they'll get into? You accept poor customer service. Tomorrow you come and say nothing is working, nothing. How can something work when they have foolish people like you? Nothing can work now. If it's not working, you will enjoy it and endure it. Then you'll be looking for one bulldog to come and be fighting your cause. You see, my dear brothers and sisters, a lot of people are saying, we started Free Nation with Daddy Freeze. Nobody started Free Nation with anybody. Have you ever seen anybody preach on my platform before? As long as na me they preach the message, na me start the platform. I know why. You see, there are things I used to fight them Oyedepo for. I've seen it clearly. The heart of man is so wicked. This thing I want to say, I will not say it, but I'll just let you know. There's so many things I could have done otherwise. But because I know the way people are, I did not know it because I was born with the instinct. I know it from experience, from what they have done to me. Anybody go around to tell you that they started Free Nation? No. I started Free Nation on my bed in 1004. I was living in 1004 then with taste buds. I will write an article, taste buds will vet it. I know the first set of people that came in and how we grew to where we are now. A lot of people will be laying claim to all sorts. Not my real people know themselves. Evelyn, Irene, Jigga, and we have good and very good friends of the family, people like McDonald, uh, Chima. These are people who, of course, my wonderful sister Lara, Paul. Paul was in the Paul. If Paul wasn't in the first, was have been the first or the second group. Was with us from the beginning. You know, and these are the people who know us and know what has gone down. So I will beg you to not listen to anybody that is outside running whatever it is they are telling you. Some people do not realize that they actually, if I was the devil, I have some people's souls legally. I'll just say it like that. But of course, I'm not like that. But it's just really funny to me that people will pursue that narrative. Someone said, have I given my, they've not given me my card back, but don't worry, they will. And if you also choose to make noise when your card is seized, you will get it back. And they will put that card on a dispatch or send it to me, or I will call them out every morning as I wake up. I will greet them and ask them for my card that I should drive to their bank to go and get card. Maybe it's all of us inside this Lagos. Mo they look am now. Unless it's not my card that I worked for and it's not bank that you're offering service. Do they think they are doing me a favor? When there is the only favor that they can do me is the fact that they were close. And for that closeness, I have paid dearly. So anyway, guys, it's all love. If you're close enough to me, I'm open for discussion. However, one of the reasons why we've not moved forward as a church is we spend a lot of time debating. The message, I've gone into something else, forgive me. Just try to connect the dots. The message should have gone way beyond where we are. But everybody has a bright idea. Everybody has a bright idea. That if you should do it like this, that if you should do it like this. I'm not advising you, but just do it like this, just do it like this. Please. I will do it how God leads me. And when I'm led in the Spirit, I will consult with those who I've been consulting with up till now. And when I'm done consulting with them, we will move forward. If they have any reason to reach out to you to ask for your advice, they will. I don't see why somebody like Evelyn or Jigs cannot call me up and say, Daddy Freeze, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? And if my spirit leads me in that direction, it makes absolute sense. We'll work. So please, guys, let me deliver a message. Let me be able to do what my purpose is to do. Don't stand as a stumbling block, because when you stand as a stumbling block, it's not me you are facing, it's the person that sends me on the message. So if he sees you in front of me, he will have to discuss with you why you are disturbing me passing the message, especially since I'm not collecting 1 naira from you and I'm not disturbing you in any way. When you have an unfollow button, you have a block button, and you can totally ignore me. But the fact that you are going out there to actually stand in my way and be an obstacle, I wouldn't advise it, because me, I'm not an obstacle to anybody's message unless I know clearly that God did not send them on that one they are going. Something I wanted to say before I close, because today is not a sermon, it's just a quick discussion. I'm going to be back tomorrow with the regular weekday sermons, and there's so much to talk about. I don't know where to start from. but there's so much to talk about. There's so much to teach. There's so much to discuss. And I do pray that I get my ATM card back. Big shout out to EcoBank. The day that my card was trapped in EcoBank machine, I came out. I was frustrated. That day was equally annoying. I made a lot of noise, and they opened the bank for me and got me my card on a Sunday, which was, quite nice, and sorted me out. And I appreciate that, you know. And theirs too might not have become this if the security guards were you guys have to teach us, all you Nigerian banks. There are a few banks like there's a Zenith Bank on Murio Kola. The security guards are so nice. The way they'll talk to you, But apart from that, security guards are clueless. Okay, the machine said that. You will come tomorrow. Okay, you will come tomorrow. Really? Really? What if I had a 1 million naira transaction I had to do? Would I ever? Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think I will ever go inside First Bank ATM again? I see First Bank like this. For my mind, they don't turn last bank. For me, as far as me I'm concerned, it's the last bank I will enter. If all the ATMs are not working and only First Bank is working, that's when I will enter there. But that there's ATM on that, there's ATM in that town, and I now see First Bank and enter. Along here, Nije. I'm not saying people should not enter as you, but me, after what I've seen, I will not go there unless they can clearly show me that that's not their ethos and they have their customers at their hearts, in their hearts, or however it is. I'm tired, and they are going to work on their customer service. Somebody saying, I have never been to a bank to collect ATM card ever in the UK. How do you guys do it in the UK? Please, I want somebody to explain how it is done in the UK. I know Evelyn is here, Irene. Okay, Irene is US. How do you guys do it in the UK? Somebody is saying First Bank is your bank. Okay, is your bank. It's not my own. No. And I will not work with them until they work on this. How can an ATM machine seize a card? Evelyn, tell me, how is it done in the UK? Jigga says, my bank in Greece sends it to me in Paris. Oh, wow. He has a bank in Greece and they send it to him in Paris. Always gets posted in the UK. Shengboro. In decent countries. Greece, they post go France from one country to the other. They cannot post from island to island. Tell me to come tomorrow. As they vex, if they see me for that bank, Irene, what are you saying? How does it happen in the US? So if the machine seizes your ATM card by mistake, the card gets destroyed. Balo says in Dubai, it's sent through the mail. So if it's Kalimi says in Germany, I've never seen ATM seizing card. Though. In every country in the world, I've never seen ATM seizing card in my life, except in Nigeria. In my life. Okay, Uchiwali is here. It becomes null and void, and you can get a new one. How do you get a new? So, what if the card is seized by the machine? Has it ever happened to you before? Somebody saying even in Biafra, ATM never seized card before. In the UK, it's destroyed. Your bank will send you a new one. Okay, it is destroyed. Your bank will send you a new one. Send, not tell you to come and pick it the next day. Adeolu Adelakun, we get ATM in the mail. Also, they will notify you first before mailing it out. Okay, Irene said, when I was in Athens, the bank seized my card. My